growing up in France, the first game I ever picked up was Sonic the Hedgehog. I played with my cousin, and he's a couple of years younger than me. It was a great way for us to bond. Then I stopped playing while going through college, and I picked it back up when I first started at Ubisoft back in 2005. I started on Ghost Recon, and I convinced my now husband to play shooter games with me. And we're both pretty competitive, and we're still together, so we learned a thing or two. When I first started at Ubisoft back in 2005, I was an associate brand manager, so I was in the operational brand team, and now I'm a brand director at Ubisoft San Francisco. It's a lot of working in very close collaboration with the studio, so the development studio, and kind of doing the liaison between the studio and the business teams. Right now I'm working on South Park, The Fractured But Whole, and let's just say that I had a lot of fun with this project. I've been working with the studio, South Park Digital Studio, and I'm responsible for the relationship between the licensor, so the South Park Studio, and Ubisoft. We've spent countless hours talking about farting as one of the mechanics of the game. So yeah, it's like no other projects I've ever worked on before. I think that many games already appeal to women. It's changed a lot in the past few years. When I started at Ubisoft, I feel like many games portrayed women in a negative, or at least in a stereotypical way. And now women are the lead in the game. They are the heroes. So things that have definitely changed. Of course, they could always be better, especially from a story standpoint. But I think we already came a long way. In the case of Ubisoft, many of our games, even some of the hardcore games, have a 50-50 split between male and female, like For Honor or Rainbow Six. In the case of South Park, you can also customize your character and pick whether you want to be a male or a female, or even others. I think in general, women have a harder time drawing attention to themselves and their achievements. And that's really true in any industry. But I think we can start with women self-advocating for themselves, and for women really like supporting each other, and for the industry to listen a little more. I've been lucky because I think Ubisoft allowed me to be very open, but if I could give my younger self an advice, I would tell her to have a bigger voice and to really go for it. I think things have changed and evolved quite a bit. I believe that 20 years ago, women only represented 3% of the industry. So there's still a long way, but at least there is hope. It's very important for any industry to have diversity. It really helps people make decisions. It brings different perspectives. And it also brings innovation and creativity, which are both crucial for any company to flourish and stay competitive. It's hard for me to pinpoint at a single role model, but I really admire all women leaders, whether it's in the video game industry, whether it's in politics, whether it's in sports. They really had to fight to get to the top in worlds that are usually dominated by male, and that takes a lot of courage, strength, and determination. For any woman looking to get into the industry, I would tell them to fight the stereotypical idea that video games are for men. You don't really have to be a hardcore gamer to join the industry. It offers so many different jobs. And you know what? We're in the business of entertainment, and that's universal. So if you're looking for a fun, fast-paced, an industry that's full of opportunities, I'll tell you to come on and join us. We need you.